Bum 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 bum. Welcome back, my friends. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. We're talking about Jiu-Jitsu. We're talking about pressure this week. I guess it wouldn't be a good discussion about pressure without mentioning pressure passing. And so this is a type of guard pass. You could say a family of guard passes that involve putting the guard player under a bunch of pressure. And I am not a pressure passer, so I'm not going to speak from this with like a ton of authority and experience and having my favorite of the, these are my top 7 pressure passes, or what I like to do with pressure passing. That's just not me. I pass guard a different way. But I have been the victim of pressure passing before. Of course, we all have. And I do know the principles behind pressure passing. So if you're a pressure passer, that's awesome. It's a great way to pass. It is a more slow and methodical. It's like you have these 4 things to do, and I'm going to check them off in order with pressure. I'm never going to go from 3 back to 2. I want to proceed in a forward direction. And here's one of the tricks. Slowly. You slowly proceed forward. You just don't give them the chance to take anything back. It's like it's perfect like jiu-jitsu. If you think of like an anaconda is choking out its prey. It never gets to take anything back. It never gets to take that full breath. It takes a half breath, and then it lets release, and it tries to take it takes a quarter breath. It's like you inch your way to the pass. That being said, as somebody who defends pressure passes, I try to buy back that space every time and make them reset. So as the pressure passer is going, they are trying to control the legs and apply pressure. Now, if you smash my legs, that really doesn't give me any discomfort or make me particularly tired. But when the pressure starts coming up to the midsection and to the ribs, or if they fold you, then it gets to be a bit of pressure. And if you're more flexible than I am, which is probably you, maybe you take the pressure a little bit better as far as being folded. I'm not going to want my knee up near my face. That's quite a bit of pressure for me. Some people that they can care less about that, and they're actively working their attacks. If that's happening to me, I'm creating space to the best that I can and trying to reset my guard. So it's, I guess, as a pressure passer, kind of understanding the flexibility limits and comfort level of your opponent or training partner is important. But I think you feel that just as much as anything. Is like if you're pushing on my knee or my hips and they just move pretty easily, like I could really care less about that. But if I start to struggle and arch my back out and try to create that space, that's about as far as my knee's going to go, my man. And I'm going to work pretty hard to not have it go any further, because not that you can get it further, because there's a ton of pressure on me. And so that's kind of a folding pressure, or pressure maybe you could think of with your shoulder, would be in my stomach, or maybe up a little higher in my ribs. There's a bunch of pressure passes, and I think the commonality between most of them is you let them simmer a little bit. You don't want to flash cook this recipe. It's a slower, more methodical thing that as your opponent simmers, slow cook, crock pot style. I don't know why I keep diving deeper into this. This isn't a microwave here. Okay, I can go a little further. This isn't a toasted marshmallow that bursts into flames. This is going to be that nice marshmallow you kept a little further distance. I think I'll let it be at that. So, all these weird tangents I go into sometimes. So take your time with this. It's uncomfortable for your training partner. It's uncomfortable for your opponent, and really make them deal with this pressure of the pass. Many times, if done properly, they will get a little bit of sense of relief that the guard pass is over, and they could at least try to start escaping from side control, which if you haven't set up all the way yet, will have less pressure. Sometimes if you do this just right, they get too desperate and they'll give something up, maybe an arm or a neck, as you pass, or maybe their back. That's a really sweet way to pressure pass somebody into a better position. So that's about all I've got for you on this one. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast today. If you want to support the show, go to Patreon, find BjjBrick on there. You can support us per month. I'm considering having a goal of $100 a month. If we do that, I think I could do an episode every day. As of now, we're doing an episode on the weekdays. That'd bump up the schedule a little bit, but that would be, I guess, a goal that we could reach together, and then I'd have to do extra work. and maybe these week-long, there's 5 episodes about pressure would be 7 episodes about pressure. I don't know what would happen. I'm sure I could pick another 2 topics. But anyways, that's where we're at. You can go to Patreon, see how we're doing on that goal. $100 a month, and I will be doing, I might as well say I will commit to it versus it maybe. Doing an episode every day. Not going to miss out on the weekends anymore, my friends. So if you'd like to see that happen, go to Patreon and contribute a little chunk to that team effort. Have a great day, my friends, and stay sweaty.